Just one day before community members gather for what would have been Nolan Wells' 19th birthday, the Jackson County District Attorney speaking out over public criticism. Angel Myers McElrath releasing a statement today addressing an alleged lack of transparency from her office in the investigation of the Nolan Wells case, saying in part, quote, "Public commentary does not make the speaker transparent, just like exercising restraint consistent with the law does not make the process corrupt." McElrath again stressing that her office will present the grand jury with a thorough, complete, and fair investigation into the death of Nolan Wells. You can read her full statement on our website, WLOX.com.